Hey y'all, good morning. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. I hope that you guys are going to enjoy your day. Hey, your viewers view. Hey, TT Speaks. So, honey, it has been a very, 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 very exciting morning for me. So I was like, you know what? While I got the chance, let me get on here and give some unbiased commentary, okay? Hey, Miss Me, how you doing? Would you guys please hit the like button upon entering the room, chat? Because we got some things to talk about, okay? Ooh, chat, I chose not to go fishing today. I just want to chill around the house. I didn't want to be out there with the bugs and all of this and all of that. And I was like, let me go live because, honey, it was so much going on yesterday. I was like, oh my goodness, we got to talk about this. Now, I was spending so much time being a subscriber yesterday that I wanted to go live, but honey, by the time I realized that I wasn't live there, it was time for folks to come home and all this and all that. I was like, well, I got the house to myself today, and so let me go on and go live, child. Let me go on and go live. Hey, Miss 313, how you doing? Hey, Tracy, how you doing? Hey, TT Speaks, I'm glad that you're about to spill some tea because I was too busy yesterday to watch anything. Child, I'm really just doing a recap. That's why I say this is my truly my unbiased commentary. Cause, honey, I'm just really kind of at a loss for words. Okay, so much stuff popped off yesterday from Lemon saying he wasn't going to Vegas. Then he said he was going to Vegas. The whole Brooks saga. Lady Snoop doing what she did. It was a lot going on, right? So if anybody in here doesn't mind, would you please type my title down in the chat for me? You know, like I do sometimes, because there's so much on the title that I want to talk about. I don't want to forget to talk about anything because if I'm not looking at the title, I'm going to forget and go on my tangent. Y'all know how I do, right? So anyway, I know the first thing on the docket today was Lady Snoop, right? So I got a good little kiki out of this, right? So Lady Snoop on her video let us know that she was running a play on pills because she found out that Brooke and I'm gonna say Brooke. I don't know about Ness, but I'm gonna say Brooke. She felt like Brooke sent pills to her, right? Oh, thank you, View. Thank you so much. Let me put this up here right now, child. And so anyway, she said she threw a bone at her, you know what I mean? And they picked it up. Now she said it started when she told Brooke that I'll take your man, right? So I guess she figured Brooke knew that she wasn't talking about Malik, the husband, right? And that she was talking about the Pillsbury guy, right? I forgot to put his name in the title, by the way, right? So I don't know why nobody ain't giving Lady Snoop her props. Okay. Now it started out yesterday morning. I was listening to because y'all know I like to multitask, right? So I was going back and forth between Ronnie Q, and the binary code guy, right? So I'm listening to Ronnie Q, and I really didn't know if she thought Lady Snoop was desperate, or she listened to the Lady Snoop's video to where Lady Snoop broke down with the text messages of what she was doing, right? So anyway, I went over there to the binary guy, and he was talking about, Brooke and Malik. He was wanting Malik to hit the panel. Malik hit the panel for a little bit, and as usual, per usual, he really doesn't say anything. I found it very interesting that although he did hit the panel, but he didn't say much in my opinion. But he was down in the comment section, really trying to sabotage Brooke, right? Really trying to get people to kind of talk her into, feeling bad, or, coming back home, or make her look bad, or it was really a bad look on Malik, because it got so frustrated to me that I tried to comment in the chat, right? And somebody kept, deleting my comments. So I said, okay. And cause the man ain't never hit the link over here, and I ain't never hit the link over there. But yesterday morning, I was so into the conversation about the marriage that I did hit the link. And what I said on the link was, y'all please hit the like button if you don't mind. Thank you. What I did say was, I feel like Malik didn't have no control over his home or his marriage. Like, right? Because for the simple fact that if he had control over his marriage, now they were saying that they think that Brooke told him that she was going on this dating, she was going on this dating show, but it was just to help help Ness out, right? Now I can believe she said that to him, but I also believe that somewhere during the course of all of this, he realized that, hey, Brooke is really feeling this dude, right? So after he realized that, he said out there, "Thank you, Tracy, for being a new member." Uh, After that, he said after realized that I'm going to sabotage this. She ain't gonna do this, right? So Brooke mentioned that she was going through a divorce, as we know, and I'm just doing a recap, y'all. And but I heard on some video that they said they couldn't find the divorce paper. I think it was Brooke did a live. I think it was Brooke live. Y'all know I'm going back and forth between these lives, right? So I think Brooke said on her live that she filed for the divorce, but she hadn't paid. She did the paperwork, but she hadn't paid. Um, the courts. Because there's a charge for filing the divorce, and she hadn't paid. To actually file the court papers, right? But she was going to pay, she said she was going to pay that yesterday to officially file the divorce papers, right? So, but like I said, whether they were legally married or common law married, she said they had been together like what, 14, 15, 16 years or something like that. So, that absolutely constitutes, in my opinion, and I know in the state of Tennessee, a common law marriage. I don't know how it goes in Baltimore, but anyway, she says, I mean, if they're legally married, then of course you don't file for divorce, right? Because she said she was done. Now, before we get back to Lady Snoop, let me say this: when I was listening on Brooks' panel, hey Kershie, hey Hershey, how you doing? I heard from individual who knows Brooke and Malik, not really married, they just in a relationship. Like I said, it's possible that they are common law married. They've been together so long. Like I said, I don't know what constitutes a common law marriage in the state of Baltimore, but if you are just common law married, meaning you have been together, forever. You don't have to file for a divorce if you just been common law married. If there is no paperwork to file, because it was just like you was girlfriend and boyfriend for all them years, right? And so anyway, good morning TMO and everyone, my TMO. Is TMO here? Because I didn't see her. And also the kids doesn't even have Malik last name. Well, down that is kind of odd for some people, but like say she's divorced, right, and say she's done with Malik, right? If she wants to file for child support on the kids that are his in the future, then she would have to, um, in this state, you have to have a paternity test done. And after that, the kids have to be put in the father's last name. And then after that, she can file for child support. So as to why the kids are in his last name, I couldn't tell you, especially his, I don't know. And some women, actually don't do that. They put the kids, they keep the kids' last name, in their family's last name. So I don't know. It's a money grab, at this point. If she keeps saying something about money, oh, does she keep talking about money? Well, we're gonna get to that, child, right? So anyway, she said she's going to pay the file for the divorce work, right? And also, going back to Malik things, I think that Malik, he is, in my opinion, the reason why he jumps on these panels and really doesn't say much is because, like, really, he don't have no control over nothing, right? It seemed like Brooke is running the show. It seemed like he is one of them, what they call a simp, but he is also, um, clearly not treated Brooke right, and they clearly have a lot of extra stuff going on in their in their relationship, right? And I heard her mention yesterday on her panel, there wasn't nobody, really coming down on him, because people pick sides based upon who they like, right? So nobody really want to talk about the fact that he had whatever he had going on online with the pretty chocolate girl. Now I heard that he never met her, and so technically he couldn't cheat. That's a lie, because if you're thinking about it in your mind, then you might as well be doing it. You still cheating, right? Even if he never met her, even if he was feeling her like that, right? That means he's still cheating. So she felt the way about that. She felt embarrassed. I heard her talk, mention it on her channel. People don't pay attention sometimes to what they wanna uh it's what I was typing. Hold on, this phone. They are childish. You right, View, and they don't know how to properly, maintain a relationship or be in a relationship. In my opinion, it's been a play since day one. I also heard that paperwork with eviction notice. Someone was sent court papers to CC's email with Brooke. Now, is that right? Now, I don't know anything about this alleged eviction notice, and I'm gonna say alleged because, you know, yeah. But anyway, so I felt like she was he disrespected her, and she disrespected, so she may have felt justified by doing what she was doing with pills, right? For whatever reason, right? And so let's talk about Lady Snoop. Anyway, I just want to mention that right now, and I also feel like she didn't feel valued. I felt like, it seems like Malik has some trust issues as well as some insecurity issues. Now, who is this Dana guy? Is that his name? Why does he seem to have so much input in their relationship, and why is he so vested in the relationship? Because I so what? And also, honestly, she don't seem like she the kind of person that would lose her kids. I don't see that for Brooke. Y'all please hit the like button. And ain't nobody worried about what GX is saying anyway, because I can't stand him. He always inserting himself in something he ain't got nothing to do with, right? But if you make it public, what I mean, they made their relationship situation public, and maybe that's his opinion, because y'all know he is obsessed with people losing their children for whatever reason. I don't know why, but he seems to be. Okay. I'm just saying. Cause didn't he get that girl's took? What was her name, Jasmine or something like that? Didn't he get her kids took from over there in that sector? Child, he can't talk about nobody. But anyway, let's talk about Lady Snoop. So Lady Snoop said, it was a play. It was a play to set her up, right? Because like I said earlier, she mentioned to Brooke that I take your man or whatever, right? And then a little bit then she said they were on somebody's panel, and Pills put his number for Lady Snoop in the back chat, right? And she said she put it out there because she felt like that Ness and Brooke was gonna set her up, right? because I guess they both don't like her, right? And so she said she called the number. She started having a conversation with the dude. She said she was basically, selling him a bill of goods, trolling, or either, trying to do what he doing, right? Because she felt like that Brooke and Ness set out to embarrass her and humiliate her by thinking that Pills guy really wanted to talk to her, right? And so they were showing the text messages yesterday and all of this and all of that, and saying he preferred dark skinned women and all of this and all of that over light skinned women, that whole colorism thing. But my thing is, well, I mean, I guess he wasn't lying because Brooke is clearly brown skinned. I mean, she showed her feet or whatever. It seemed like she had clearly she had light skin filters, or she lightened her photo some kind of way when she was calling herself light skinned Brooke, right? Because her feet were, brown skin. She's a brown skinned girl, right? So okay, you know what I mean? And he was calling her, said he loved her out fast and all this and all that. Now, why would somebody know that that's game, right? But when it comes to the pills guy, he's so thirsty, and it seemed like he's such a simp to where, okay, I believe they sent him to Lady Snoop, you know what I mean, to try to set her up. Hey Creole, I do believe that Lady Snoop was waiting for it because she had already, put it out there for them to do so, and that was real simple of them to, if they did send him that fast, right? And clearly it seems like they sent him, right? So she had the text messages all lined up to prove and all of this and all of that. But you know what I found very distasteful? Well, before I get to that, now even though Brooke and Ness allegedly sent him, uh, I still think Pills was thinking somewhere in the back of his mind. Now he's a single man, right? And I do believe he likes Brooke, and like Lady Snoop says, she believes that they had been talking in the background way before this whole finding love for Brooke, what do you call it, for the love of Brooke thing came about. Now I can believe that too. But I'm gonna say allegedly, but I can believe that it makes sense, right? And so anyway, uh I lost my train of thought. So anyway, I do believe that he was sent. I do believe that, but I'm gonna have to say allegedly because I wasn't there, right? Because of the way he was speaking to her, because of the way that he was, he was just overdoing it. And as far as pills go, honey, your talk game is very lame. Why would you tell somebody that you love them and you don't even really know who they are? Your talk game is lame, dude. I was like, oh my God, what woman would actually go for that kind of nonsense? And I'm sure it is some women out there that would, but like Snoop done been down through there before. She said she ain't going no more, right? She said they're gonna run game on him just like they think they run game on her. And I believe that, right? I believe that she knew what was gonna happen and she executed a plan as well. She did a setup on the setup, right? Because people was talking about setups and plays and stuff right this. I I can imagine Ness and Brooke, because they don't like Lady Snoop, sending pills just like they sent pills over there for Brianna is what I believe, but we're gonna get to that. Sent him Brooks Lady Snoop's way, right? And so here's the thing. If they did in fact do that, that is so goofy. I mean, it's good for YouTube and all of this and all that. I mean, it's good content. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, that was so. Ooh, that was kind of diabolical. Like, why y'all thought y'all could set that girl up like that and she wasn't gonna notice it? Hey, Just Net, y'all please thumbs up the video. Thank you, Just Net, and please yeah, how you love someone you never met. He don't even know this lady's name for real or nothing, right? He, like I said, his talk game is weak. It is lame, right? But like I said, even in the midst of them sending him, because Lady Snoop is so close, y'all, I felt like he was thinking, maybe I can still have her as a backup plan. You know what I mean? And I really think he thought that somewhere in his mind, right? Because he think he's slicker than a snicker, right? Or maybe no, not a snicker. He's too big for a snicker. He think he's slicker than a chicken thigh. Okay, so I was like, No, he didn't. So somewhere in his mind, I really think he thought he could hit it for real, right? I don't care who sent him. But I just really think he thought he could hit it on the slide for real, right? So during the course of all that, come to find out, Brooke done told him. Now first she was saying she didn't tell him no information. That's how them greasy was. You got that right, Sarah. Hey, doll baby. Hey, love Blake. Y'all, please hit the like button. Thank you. So I'm still thinking in the back of his mind, if she, he thinking I can still hit. You know what I mean? In case this don't work out with me, or after Brooke leave, she got to go back to Baltimore. I can still, kick it with Lady Snoop in the background. That's what I was thinking. He was thinking for real. You know what I mean? Now he ain't gonna never say that. And he said he didn't like her for real. He was just saying this, that, and the other. No, no, no. You so selfish. You thought you still had a chance of hitting that for real. Pills was giving Snoop the location. I know, right? And so that's what I'm saying. That's why I said he thought he was gonna be able to hit for real, cause he was doing a little bit too much talking. Cause even though they allegedly sent you, why would you tell Lady Snoop that what is her name, that Brooke told you the actual hotel, the itinerary, what day she was coming, all this and all that. Now she said she originally said that she didn't give out that information, but then she turned it around on Ness panel when she said, no, I just told him, my hotel and what I was gonna be doing and when I was gonna be there, and y'all ain't staying at my hotel. She tried to clean it up, right? So I felt like, she gave him the whole lowdown on what was going on, right? And let me say this on the side: when it comes to these Umar boys, do y'all realize that y'all hustling backwards? Because you are in a sector of people, who lied, darling? You are in a sector of people, that are used to running plays on people, right? Now I don't know if this is supposed to be old beef sector or new beef sector. When it came to Lady Snoop, honey, that was classic old beef sector. All right, I'm like, child, And then they was trying to say it for, oh, but yeah, she lied about where she was gonna stay. So well, I didn't even let people know I'm on holiday till I bet, right, in case they come over to drum my yard. Right, you know what I mean? Shoot, I can't. Do y'all remember back when they was talking about people was showing people their pictures when they was on vacation on Facebook, and people was coming in and robbing their house or whatever, right? But I can't wait till we get to the VegasGate part, right? So anyway, all it went down with Lady Snoop and Pills. Lady Snoop what was going knew what was going on. She had text messages to prove it. I don't see why they don't want to give Lady Snoop her due. Do you see what I'm saying? Because she really did play him, and he thought he was playing her. Well, Brooke, and allegedly Brooke and Ness sent him. So Brooke, Ness, and Pills thought they was playing Lady Snoop, like they try to do Brianna, in my opinion, but we finna get to that. Um, and it kind of backfired because Lady Snoop seen him coming, you know. But probably was still absolutely, she absolutely. You best believe it. All right, child. That's why she was so paranoid that night when Malik wanted to hit Lady Snoop's. I mean, when Malik wanted to hit Ness's panel, and Ness didn't let him up, but Brooke was going off. She was going crazy, all irate, overly dramatic, all this and all of that. I don't think she wanted Malik up there because he didn't want to start talking about what she done told him about Ness. Right now, that's what I think. That's the reason why I think she didn't want him to come up there. That's the reason why she throw that whole hissy fit with the whole cry and all of this and all that. And some people do cry, because they want to fight when they get upset. You know what I mean? Not cause their feelings hurt, not cause they weak. And I think she cried. She said because she was mad. And some people do that, right? I got a cousin that does that when she really want to fight. Well, when we was young, she would start crying because she was so angry, right? So I've seen that before. And like I said, I don't think she wanted Malik to come up here not to talk about the pill situation, but she didn't want Malik to tell Ness what she'd been saying about him, her, right? Or she'd been telling him about Ness, right? So anyway, I don't understand why nobody won't give Lady Snoop her props. You know what I mean? give her flowers, because she set the doughboy up for real. Okay, when she thought that they was gonna embarrass her, she embarrassed them, because it was real snakish of them, in my opinion, to send him for Lady Snoop, right? But and I also think that the reason why they sent him for Lady Snoop and thought it was gonna be a success, I believe. Child, how should we great get to that? I believe they felt so confident with sending Lady Snoop, I mean sending pills for Lady Snoop, they felt confident, you know. Yeah, Malik know how she really feel, right? But Malik need to work on his insecurities. He need to work on his baggage. He need to work on truly knowing how to be the king of his castle. Cause right now it look like Brooke is the king of that castle, right? Because she doing this now. She clearly got a history of it. This ain't the first time, and I'm sure it won't be the last. All right. So, and there's some people think that they can do something to you and you don't have to get no get back. Okay. So, but people is gonna get back if they want to, right? So anyway, move right along, champ. Move right along. They thought it was gonna be successful in Lady Snoop, and the reason why I say that is because it appeared to be successful when it came to Brianna and For the Love of Bree, right? So fast forward to we'll rewind back to For the Love of Bree. Let's talk about that. Now this whole thing right here proved to me in my mind that what went on For the Love of Bree with Lemon, I think that they sent pills to do that too. And the reason why I think that they sent pills to do that too is because, like I said, I believe that Brooke was already talking to pills in the background even before The Love of Brooke, right? Brooke gonna tell pills to block Snoop, shaking my head. Snoop already got she already got enough information. It's too late to try to save face. Even though they don't want to give Lady Snoop her due, she still got him. She got him. Okay, she got him beef sector style, and that's what he get. Okay? For trying to do it. You can't do that all the time. It don't always work, right? So anyway, I think that they sent pills For the Love of Bree, because now remember Ness had a whole issue with For the Love of Bree before the show even went off, and then she started saying, "Well, I'm gonna have For the Love of Brooke." So we knew we was gonna have For the Love of Brooke. We knew we was gonna have For the Love of Bree. Pills is gonna be up on both of the shows, right? And so when it came to Briannas For the Love of Bree, it was Shock Him, Child, uh, Pills, and that's it, right? It was just two of them, right? And I think that Pills, even though he had been feeling Brooke, they sent him there to sabotage her show. Now, my thing is when Lady Snoop told Brianna that Pills was sent there, he said he was sent there to humiliate her. Well, no, this is what he said. He said that he sabotaged that show because he wanted to be a finesse or something like that, right? And I was like, nah, that ain't how it went down. In my opinion, Ness and Brooke sent him there to sabotage that show, right? And he on purpose sabotaged that show. He knew that Brianna was not gonna choose him when he said the first thing on their first date they gonna go to the gym. Okay, that was humiliation. He tried to humiliate her. He did humiliate her. You see what I'm saying? And ever since then, I mean, she been trying to play it smooth about Brooke and Pills and whatever else. It's a no go. That's why it kind of shocked me. It looked kind of fake yesterday when Brooke was over there. I mean, when Brianna is taking Brooke's side. No, she not. Brianna is loving that Brooke is going through all of this because Brianna know that was a whole setup with Pills being over there and what he said and how he was acting. You know, he didn't ever want to choose Brianna in the first place, right? And I think that was wrong for them to do her like that. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm just keeping a buck. This is my my unbiased commentary. Brianna's over there stress eating vanilla wafers and peach Pepsi and chocolate chip muffins. She really liked that. Well, see, here's the thing. I agree. I think she was really kind of feeling him at first. Like I really do. And it seems like, and she be going hard for these men over her, right? Making herself look like a plumb fool, in my opinion. And I saw a post going down the wall. They are mentally delayed and make things look look like play. They are weak plays. I think they be trying to play, but it's so obvious. You know what I mean? Even I felt like something was going on between Brooke and Snoop. You know what I mean? So I knew it was something going on, and so I told my the other day I told my before it all came out later on that day, I told my porch watchers and my nomads to go over there and try to hook it up, right? Tell them to come over here and I'm gonna give them a love connection. Now I didn't know that it was a whole setup and a setup and a setup of the setup going on, but I felt like it was something going on between Lady Snoop and Pills, but they are both single, so I was like, okay, maybe they wanna, hook up for real, right? A little did I know, honey, he was sent, and she already knew. He was sent to do a play, and she caught the play and turned the play back on him, right? And so that was genius. I really liked that. Yeah, okay. Because Brooke said, not Brooke, but Lady Snoop said, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. And she ain't gonna get fooled twice with these Negroes over here trying to holler at her because every one of them online ain't about nothing, right? Clout chasing, and whatever else. She realized that, so that's why she did what she did to Pills. The nerve of this Pillsbury Doughboy, right? So anyway, back to Brianna. I think we all know that Brianna have to feel away because she know that they set out to sabotage her. And I do think she like the Pills guy, for real. I know she's not going to admit it, but after he said what she said on that dating show, she didn't have no choice but to say, basically, I'm choosing me. I'm choosing Lemon. That's what she said, right? Because she wasn't going to choose Shaquem, clearly. He wasn't even serious about it. He was doing all those doing that whole comedy run that he was doing, right? And so, now I heard her eating them chocolate muffins yesterday. You right, Tracy. So I don't know. I was like, yeah, she knew better than to do it. You know what, Tracy? I have to agree. She knew better than to do a dating show. I don't know what she was thinking about, but baby, but I do. I think it was very mean for them to, send Pills to do all this and all that over there and say what he said. That was messed up because I really think Ness felt the way about her doing that dating show. And then her and Brooke said that to sabotage it. He sent her there and he did, he made her look bad. You know what I mean? He made himself look bad for doing it. But he made, he embarrassed her. He humiliated her by talking about something on our first date. We going to the gym and, all of this and all that, kept mentioning food and all of this. Like, there was a lot going on with that situation, right? But I thought that was wrong. But that was a play. I agree that that was a play. You know what I mean? Because they successfully pulled off that play. That's why they felt so comfortable in my mind of doing it to Brooke. It is embarrassing of doing it to Lady Snoop. They thought it was going to work on Lady Snoop like it worked on Brianna, right? And so anyway, the love of Brooke comes up, and of course she choosing Pills. She was gonna choose the Pills from the get go, especially if she was already talking to him before, even before for the love of Brooke. That was always that was always the play. That was the play right there too, in my opinion, right? So um so that happened with the Pills. And Pills, like I said, honey, you getting used like a rag doll. You getting shoved, you getting pushed back and forth from pillar to post, child. And you looking real simpish, looking like you ain't got no game. But you call yourself trying to play these women, but really they playing you. Okay, if you hear this video, they playing you. Okay, they using you for content. Even if Brooke like you, which I do think she like you, she even said yesterday she's still rocking with Pills even though some of the stuff that Pills told Lady Snoop, I really think he felt that way. Because I felt like I think that what is his name? The Pillsbury guy, he got some kind of trust issue when it comes to women. Like I really do, deep down on the inside, I really think he got some kind of trust issue when it comes to women. I don't know if it stems from his baby mama or where it stems from, but he is clearly a simp and he clearly has trust issues with women, right? Now why he wanna go after Brooke, I think he liked Brooke for real, but he is a married woman. And why Brooke would even go after him when she says she really is still in this relationship with Malik, right? You never go into a new relationship until you resolve the old relationship, right? So she may well be done for real, right? Or maybe done for the time being, right? Every woman wants to feel, beautiful and sought after, and clearly she was being sought after. These dudes arguing over her for real. You know what I mean? Malik sounding like he gonna go down in Vegas when Vegas Gate happened, and he gonna tear the club up and all of this and all that. But Malik, it's your fault. It is your fault. That Brooke is acting out like it seems like you are verbally abusive. It seems like you don't want her online, or you are insecure about her being online. You're probably tired of her being online. And Brooke, I don't mean no harm, child, but you are a liar. You do too much. You are very toxic. Malik is toxic. Pills is a simp, and he toxic. But Brooke, when it comes to you and these guys fighting over you, why would you not close out one relationship that you've been in for almost 2 decades to start up a new relationship, that with a guy that you never even met in person? That is called baggage. Do you see what I'm saying? And when you said previously, before you got with Malik, you had been with a guy for like 10 years or something. I guess that's your first set of kids, father or whatever. Did you even close that relationship out before you started the relationship with Malik? Because that's what it seemed like you're doing, right? And I don't even know if she want a serious relationship with Pills, or she just trying to get her groove back or whatever, right? Because she don't feel valued by Malik. Malik, you really do seem like you kind of verbally or emotionally, even kind of financially, if abusive in whatever way. I do feel that way, and so maybe that's why she acting the way that she act. But I don't think this is anything new for Brooke and these guys online. I just don't think that, right? So, um, you know, I just the whole baggage thing is not doing it for me. Now, whether they actually married or not, I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? It could be she could be a common law marriage. But like I said, if you common law marriage, honey, there are no papers to sign. Now, so there ain't nothing wrong with just saying you was with the dude, for over a decade, right? And so, in my opinion, anyway, but Brooke got a whole lot of storylines going on at one time. I think that she felt like Ness was snaking her at one point in time when she was doing all the iron screaming. Now, I don't think that was a play. But I felt like she felt Ness was snaking her because they done snaked somebody together. And plus two, she know ain't no telling what she done said about Ness to Malik, right? Now I would want to know what Brooke done said about Ness. That's what I would want to know, right? So anyway, I think that Brooke felt the way about Ness. I mean, I think Ness felt the way about Brooke. You know, giving Pills all the information about this Vegas game, right? And so that's just how I felt about that whole triangle when it came to Lady Snoop, Brooke, and Lady Snoop, Brooke, and Pills, and Ness, right? And Brianna. That whole it was a whole swirl of setup. It was a whole hot mess. Now let's talk about Vegas Gate for a minute, right? Now when it comes to this Vegas Gate, the pregame show for the Vegas Gate, honey, is already off the hook, in my opinion. So if Vegas Gate actually, if she actually pulls it off, because it seemed like she really want to pull it off for real, it's gonna be a hot mess, in my opinion, right? Now I heard the what is her name, the intrinsic chick up on Ness's panel yesterday, basically saying, I'm going to have fun, but if I gotta fight, I gotta fight. Why would you go on vacation with a group of people, even if you are anticipating or pontificating that there could be some kind of incident where you're gonna have to go to blows? That's toxic right there, right? Lemon gets on the panel at Ness. Lovely Love was mentioning that she was gonna go or she was gonna beat her, not go on that thing, but she was gonna beat her, and then he throw a whole hissy fit and say he not going to Vegas Gate, right? So while she online, Brooke calls him on the phone and say that that Lemon said he is going, right? And so I really didn't. I listened to the beginning of Lemon's of the beginning of his panel, but it is so much filler arguments over there that I cannot focus, right? If it's too much going on at one time, it's too much chaos over there. So I can't focus on one time. You know, you got a couple of people over there in particular that don't want to do nothing but argue and sabotage the whole conversation and make it about them, right? Well, sometime that dragon comes on there. She make it all about her. Sometime that lady, I think her name is Wu, she always got a lot to say. And we ain't even gonna talk about Baby Shark. Baby Shark teeth just want to run the show. Okay, she want to rough right over people. We know she is annoying as I'll get out. And I don't understand how anybody can have that chaos monster on their panel, right? Some say exactly who's on right, who goes on a vacation to fight. So I don't know. How you doing, TC and Samba? Please hit the like button, y'all, right? Who is gonna, like I said, go on? You can tell it's gonna be some drama, right? Now, I don't mean no harm, but like I said, this is my unbiased commentary, right? Now, I do think that Brooke. I think they already said she booked her plans and stuff. Okay, she really is planning to go to Vegas, right? Now we know that Malik. I don't think that he will actually do nothing. But you can never tell. You know what I mean? Yeah, please like the video, y'all. Right? You really can't tell the mindset of somebody, right? And he clearly does not want Brooke to leave him, right? But he just has not nurtured the relationship, right? You cannot treat somebody wrong year after year after year, even if even if they're going. I think they abuse each other. I'm not even gonna lie. That's what I think. And she might actually be done, and she might actually want to move on, but I don't think she's doing it in the right way because she ain't finished nothing with Malik. Because if she was totally done with Malik, he wouldn't be on her acting the way that he acting, right? He wouldn't be on her wanting the people in the CCs and the people in the comment section to speak badly about her to the point to where she gonna say F it, and she ain't gonna go and fool with what's his name, and fool with uh Lord, I forgot his name, Pillsbury, right? He don't want that to happen. But he knows she'll do it because she probably done it before. Right. Just a little closer to home. That's what I think. Right. So I think she fully expecting on getting her groove back in Vegas. Now, I don't think that he would go to Vegas and act irate and, cause a whole lot of drama between them three. Because who really wants to go to jail out of state? You know what I mean? Because my God, I can't imagine, right? But anything can happen. Anything happen. And when something like that happens, they call it a crime of passion. Okay, that's what they call it, honey. So anything can happen on that front. Now, I don't mean no harm, but just by looking at all this drama that's going on even before the Vegas game, I don't think that's a play. I think it's chaos already. And who will want to go? How you gonna go on vacation to have fun, but the only thing you gonna have is drama and chaos and madness and mayhem, right? Now, let me tell you something. So this is supposed to be Ness's Vegascation, right? VegasGate, right? So my thing is when it come to Ness, um, she seems a bit paranoid. She seems a bit erratic. Now we have seen or heard Ness when she get drunk, right? How you doing, Official King Pang? How you doing, love? Long time no see. Hey, Creole. Creole said I want him to stop blaming everything. No, I don't. I guess Malik is the scapegoat. He easy. So okay. He can't even really come up and hit a pound and tell his story because I think he is embarrassed that he don't have no control over his woman or his home, right? So okay, he'll be a cute little scapegoat or whatever, right? Anyway, we have seen Ness when she get online and she real drunk, right? When she real drunk or whatever, a high or whatever, um, she seems very volatile, right? So can you imagine? Y'all remember the Halloween thing when she got drunk on her own show? I think because she was nervous though, how she was acting and cussing people out, and we've seen that a couple of times online, several times. She'll be, you can tell she intoxicated or whatever, and then she'll just really start tripping, right? Can you imagine that in person, having to deal with that in person? Now you can't tell me she ain't gonna turn up in Vegas, okay? She ain't gonna have some drinks and all this and all that. Now she said she gonna hold it together, but no, 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 no. I don't believe that. So what's gonna happen? When she done had her a couple of drinks and she start turning up in Vegas. What's gonna happen then? Do you see what I'm saying? It's gonna be a whole boo boo show. Okay, a whole doo doo show. That's what it's gonna turn into. And I believe it could get violent then. And I'm just keeping the buck. This is my unbiased commentary. I hope Vegas Gate still happen because it's gonna be some wonderful content. But you can't tell me things ain't gonna get turned up. Especially when, and not only she gonna be drinking, everybody gonna be drinking, having fun. Cause hello, it's Vegas. Hey V Lachey, how you doing? Y'all please hit the like button if you don't mind. Right, Vegas 2.0, right? But Sean Bradley had this stuff more, stuff that people come back with drama. But this right here, this is ratchet. This is ghetto. Okay, it is what, but it'll be good content, and I hope that it goes out. But you can't tell me it ain't gonna be some drama going on, some chaos and mayhem going on. I don't care what she say. It's chaos and mayhem right now, and it's gonna be escalated. When they meet up in person and everybody's drinking and everybody's turning up. Can you imagine? I'd be like, honey, and Ness, you ain't seen videos when you are drunk. I hope you go back and look at them. You know what I mean? And if you do this Vegas gate, I hope you just sip on one cocktail all night long. Cause honey, when you get drunk and turned up, it's on. You gonna start lashing out. If one person say one thing wrong, it's gonna be on. You just gonna turn the whole Vegas gate up, right? Now that's what I see, y'all. Because when alcohol is in the mix, that's why they have so much alcohol on these reality shows. They know when these women and these men go to drinking, stuff is going to happen, right? So we just gonna have to wait and see, child. That's what I think about the Vegas gate. And also people were talking about it was a play when it came to the money thing, right? I don't know. Now, Brooke says she ain't got no cash app, so how's this a play for money, right? And I can believe that. But she also said, why is everybody so invested in her personal life? People invested in your personal life, Brooke, because you let it play out online, and when it come public, people are going to talk about it. People, you make it public, it is not only just your personal life; it is everybody you dealing with your personal life. It is everybody dealing with your personal life because you done made it public. I think you like the attention, Brooke. I really do. I understand, where you kind of coming from with Malik. I even understand where Malik coming from. I don't think that nobody's innocent when it comes to relationships because toxic relationships are very hard to deal with. But y'all need to deal with y'all baggage, especially before you start taking your bags over to somebody else's house. Okay? That's what I feel about it. But as far as the play for money thing, I really don't see how this coming into play at all. I don't get it. Maybe I'm not seeing something. I don't know. And as far as the takedown goes, if you and Ness did that to Brianna, and you and Brooke and Ness did that to Brianna, and you and Ness try to do that to Lady Snoop, y'all takedowns a week. You need to do better. Okay, you can kind of see through the whole thing going on, right? So, and as far as you and Malik's whatever kind of relationship you call it, girl, it's just a lot going on, right? So that's how I feel about the whole thing. But as far as Vegas Gate go, baby, that's gonna be a hot mess. I don't care what Brooke say. When she get turned up, uh, ish is gonna hit the fan. Okay, that's just how I feel about it, in my opinion, right? And so, and that, I think it's very interesting. Also, I'm gonna drop the link. If anybody want to come up and have something to say about what I'm saying, please feel free. That's not alcohol, and it's not alcohol. Don't not what keep you up for 24 hours. Uh, More of narcotic drugs those people using. Well, let me tell you something. It is a whole. I notice it is a whole people that got insomnia around here because I don't see how in the world they can sit up all night long in the wee hours of the morning and listen to this freaking chaos. Like y'all don't get sleepy, or y'all using it for ASMR and it's not working. Is you so entertained and nosy to the point to where you forcing yourself to stay up at night? Like, do you stay up all night and sleep all day? Then you can't be sleeping all day because you're gonna miss out on what's going on in the daytime. And I miss out on so much stuff because honey, I have to sleep at night. And my life be lifing. Y'all life don't be lifing. I be confused. Right? We are all adults at the end of the day. Child, I don't see how they do it, right? So in my final analysis, it's just a whole, it's just a whole hot theatrical performance, right? Even when it comes to Brooke, girl, you love too much attention. Ness, I don't know if you really on planning on having this Vegas Gate thing or not because it sounds like you really are. You know, plans have been made and all of this and all that. But you need a reality check, honey. You need to know not to get so paranoid. The itinerary is out now, and then it don't even matter because chaos is going to ensue, regardless to whether the thing is out or not. Okay. So I'm like, yeah, Is this you, Creole?
Yeah, it's me. Good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I Miss Olivia.
Mm,
I always, and if you be in the sky during any of these, lives and stuff, it's always something about y'all old bees,
girl.
you know.
Okay.
But let
Sure.
me tell you something. First
Girl.
of all, you ought to be lucky if you live to get our age. Let's start there.
Exactly. I'm so glad you brought that up. Come on, continue.
Second of all, us old women would never,
Never.
okay? Now, there's an exception to every rule, but for the
Okay,
majority
just
part,
Krista is one of them. I'm going in front.
but for the majority part, this is weird. I mean, I don't know what else to say outside of this is weird. This is weird. I wouldn't, let
Creole,
me
you know
tell
what
you.
that tells me? Let me stop you right there. I'm glad you said. Oh, thank you for hitting this link, by the way. Oh
Thank
my
you.
God. Because you done brought up so much stuff I want to talk about, baby. Let me say this right here. When I listen to them people, some of them women like Brianna and a couple of other ones was trying to give their input on relationships, you know what that told me?
What?
They have never had either they never had a for real relationship or the relationship was toxic or they clearly didn't understand the concept of boundaries and what you will and will not do and how setting the standard as to how
Right.
you will and will not be treated. You know what I mean? And that whole thing with Brianna seemingly agreeing with, and I'm sorry, I know you like her, but that whole thing with Brianna seemingly being on Brooke's side, that was fake. She was happy that Brooke was going through that. Okay, because she know they set her up. That she know that they set her up. That her show got set up to be sabotaged when it was for the love of Bree. Now I realized Bree said she was just doing this to help out. What's that boy name? To help
Women.
out. Yeah, to help out Lemon or whatever. But you can't tell me in some aspect of her mind that she was hoping that she would find some kind of connection. And the way she was acting about the whole pill situation, her and Ness, hey, unapologetically, before the show actually kicked off, I
Mhm.
mean, I think she been feeling some kind of way about that. And she got to feel some kind of way about all the attention that Brooke has been getting from these guys actually fighting about her online because that's what they're actually doing. Okay. And as
Listen,
far as the they say you old bees and all, like you said, number one, they so raggedy and ratchet, they better hope that they live to get our age. And if they live to get our age, they say with age comes wisdom. But clearly, we don't have it. Don't happen all the time because, like I said, we don't see that with just Krista. Sometimes you just get older. You don't get older and wiser. Unfortunately, some women just get older, right? And so
right.
my thing is, uh, I heard Jay. Now these women are all in their 30s, right?
I believe
But
so.
they
Yeah.
don't get it twisted. They ain't young. Yeah, they ain't young either. They all in their 30s. You are not. a spring chicken in your 30s. Now, in some countries, even here in America, I remember the minister used to say, if you ain't made it by the age of what they was it 20, by the time you get 25, you are old head or whatever, which is not true, but this is what they used to call it. But actually,
Mm-hmm.
back in the day, the reason why they let people marry so young is because they felt like you was an old maid at a certain age,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be a spinster at a certain age, like 24, 25, something like that, right? And in some countries, they still feel like that today. You got to get married really, really young, or I forget what they used to call it in the ministry, the term that they love to use. But anyway, I don't know why they over here in their 30s. They ain't got no real relationships ever, and if they had one, it's toxic. They clearly don't know how to keep a man, but you're talking about us old women that got husbands and done been through relationships and done been through life and know how to maneuver. Some of the comments that they make show their immaturity when it comes to relationships and things of that nature. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what
You
you're
can
saying.
tell. But anyway, I want to say that. Go ahead on. Go ahead on.
My thing, I this right here has upset my spirit to a point I don't even watch it. I just
Speak
it's
on
like
it.
because I hate one. First of all, let's start here. They don't think us black women, period, are worth anything, and
That's right.
the stuff that gets exposed is the ones who even black women be like, now why'd you do that? You know, it's
Exactly.
really. I mean, even with these new gentlemen that's trying to infiltrate the beefing sector,
Mhm.
they don't think nothing highly of black women either.
No, they in the He Man Black Woman Haters Club. You can clearly tell.
Yeah,
Even that what's his name? Even that
MBK.
well, honey, child him. And the binary and even this one, this Pillsbury guy. Even Shaquem. You can see, you can feel the black woman hate and the misogyny rolling off of them if you
Yes,
really paying attention. And Unlocked, I'm glad you said that because I'm gonna try to find this because I took a screenshot of it. Unlocked put something on her community wall. I'm gonna try to find it. Go ahead. But I want to show it to everybody and I forgot. Go ahead.
and I know you don't. You and Jay Wilson, y'all y'all you two ship trips me out. But anyway, yesterday he had a good live over yesterday,
Okay.
and for some hours,
Oh wow.
MBK got drilled on Jay Wilson's panel, and then
Oh, what
it was
happened? I didn't see it.
yeah, so it was MBK, Jay Wilson, Diddy Loop Loop. I
Ooh,
hit you
ooh.
for a minute and I dropped. Yeah. And Jay Wilson was asking him questions and told him, you too sensitive in your spirit to be in to be in the beef sector.
He's
You
very
gotta get
emotional.
yeah, that's what he's man. I gotta give it to Jay Wilson. He was on it yesterday. And
Mhm.
then after that, I don't like Beasley at all, but any Beasley hit the panel and start telling
That
that
disgusting old man. Girl, he
yes,
looked like he stink.
I know that MBK was doxxed by ghetto intellect or something. And I mean, so then ghetto intellect hit the panel. And then
And
they
how
said,
they supposed to be cool?
yeah. And then
Oh,
somebody named Gotti, who actually gave the information to them about MBK, hit the panel. Uh, Yollywood, which is Diva, she got up there and was eating him up.
what
He
she
said
say,
something.
dude?
He said something about this heat. This heat hit the panel,
Mm.
and they was going at it. And she kept saying, "You don't know me." So he said where he lived at and walked his land and turned the camera on and walked his land. She was like, "Well, look up this. This is where I live at. So your little house ain't nothing compared to my million something house, whatever it
Let me
was."
tell you something about that. I'm glad you said that too. Girl, you keep hitting on the point. You keep hitting on the point. When you have to repeatedly say how much you got, even when it comes to Jay Wilson and Brianna, right? When you
Hmm.
have to announce to the world about you got this and you got that, that means you are not used to having it, right? Because
Hmm.
if you've always had it, you don't have to talk about it. You don't have to make it a point to let everybody know that I got this or I got that and blah 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 and God. Okay.
Okay. Let me go get my phone. One moment.
Okay. Hey Vinny. Now please hit the like button. Vinny says, don't get it twisted. They ain't young either. just twisted, triggered, and reckless. I agree with that. Then she said you try to oppress what you fear. I agree with that too. They can't. We are bigger. We are the bringer of life. That's right.
Right.
They stupid out here. That's why. And then see. Here's the thing. And then when it comes to them men entering the sector, number one, for some of these women over here, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. It's so much testosterone that's been infused over here. It's driving some of these women crazy. Got them looking stupid and embarrassing themselves and all of this and all that. Too much testosterone that's been infused, right? But the testosterone is really very weak, and it shows, what these women are willing to put up with just to get some type of even online attention from a man. Now, I can't imagine how
That's
they act
what.
offline if they're acting off this, because online, this is you, pouring your mentality out to the world, right?
Mm,
It is really, if you pay attention, it's not only what they say, but what they don't say and how they present themselves. And it really says a lot, in my opinion.
yeah,
When you
and
call
that's
yourself a woman, you ought to know better.
what I wanted to say too. I wanted to say, hey, food junkie. I wanted to say that I know people gonna get mad at me, but I always say what's on my heart. So
Me
like
too.
it or lump it. My thing is this: you're showing that your self esteem is at an issue.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because whenever you need this much attention on the
Hmm.
social media apparatus,
Hmm.
something is lacking in your real life.
Yes.
Because
And the perfect example of that, honestly, and I don't mean no
go
harm,
ahead.
and it's unfortunate if she get upset, but just Chris, the girl, I don't care how much you try to turn this around. Uh-uh. It's too much. You old enough to the point to where you ought to have some fulfillment in your life. You know, I really don't understand what's I mean I understand, but it's real unfortunate for her to make herself look like this, and if she's looking like this online, it's got to be 10 times worse offline, because we know when it comes to social media, it is simply a microcosm
Yeah.
of your life. When you insert your personal life into it, it is a microcosm of your life. Even when they dox you, it is a microcosm of your life. When it comes to giving some people a view into your reality. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hmm.
And it's unfortunate. And that's a perfect example. Not only her, when it comes to Brianna, it's unfortunate at the end of the day. And I know I pick with her a lot, but it's really very sad. And when you are so when you try so hard to make it seem like you're something that you're not, it just really speaks to what you are lacking, right? And my this is just my opinion,
I feel
right?
you.
And it's unfortunate, and I hope the best for her, But right out here, how she acting online, jockeying for these guys' attention, whether it's good attention or bad attention, and how you pick me in form and mammy in form, it's real unfortunate. You know what I mean? And
You
you can
know
tell
what?
she's inexperienced when it comes to relationships. And I seen this thing from Unlocked right here, and I can't even hardly see it. Can you read that?
Where?
I
Oh no,
forgot
it's
the name.
here. It's too small.
Yeah, it's too small.
I
But
work
Unlocked is
fast.
basically, yeah, I can't even see it. I didn't even know. I didn't break it. Let me see if I can find another one. But she was on point when it came to uh in my opinion, how Brianna's out here, presenting herself, and it's unfortunate to me, but I understand it is what it is. And she ain't the only one out here acting like that. You got somebody like the Miss O out here, doing what she doing, and she a married woman. And like I said, that goes towards your mentality, in
Can I
my
say something
opinion.
about Brianna real quick? I see
Yeah.
something. Let me tell you what I see about Brianna. What I like about, and this is what people they overlook it because of the foolery, when she come in here and do her thing.
Hmm.
And a lot of people don't pay her no attention because of how her weight is. Okay, I've heard people say I can't take her seriously because of how big she is.
Now
Uh,
that's really not the issue when it comes to
right. No,
Brianna, not for
let me
me.
say that. What I was gonna say is, you
Hmm.
know what? People are not really looking at Brianna. Let me tell you something.
Hmm.
That girl, she takes care of her business. Like she don't miss work for no YouTube at all. And she'll tell you,
Yeah.
oh, I gotta work. I gotta do what I gotta
Mhm.
do.
I
And
mean, she
she,
got to take care of herself, and I don't down her for that. You said, don't
yeah.
get me
And
wrong.
a lot of
And if
people not
all they see, let me say this, and if
go ahead.
all they see, um, especially when I'm gonna say when it comes to men, right? If
Yeah,
all
yeah,
they see is her way, and now men are very visual, right? But it's
yeah.
somebody for everybody, right? But I just don't feel like the place to try to find that somebody is online. Like I just these guys ain't no good. They
Right.
just making her look bad. And this post right here, I wish I could read it. Can somebody read this post in the chat? Do y'all remember this? Right? Did anybody see this from Unlocked? It's basically saying, how she be, working so hard to get attention on these guys that she really basically making herself look bad. Is what it says. And I felt like it was spot on when
Oh
it came
wow.
to her. But like I said, it's really unfortunate. But as far as her work ethic, it seems, on point because she got to take care of herself. And I respect her for her work ethic,
And
and
my
I
thing,
also respect her for how she is trying to do better. Do you see what I'm saying? I think she's trying to do better. I think she's come a long way. But see,
and
sometimes
see,
you got to just work on yourself. And okay, nobody wants to be alone, and she is at the age to where she do want a relationship, and she's supposed to feel that way because nobody wants to be alone. But there is somebody for everybody. Perfect example of that is Gabourey. Did you see what Gabourey Sidibe and her husband
yeah, she had
just had
twins.
twins? They just
Yeah,
had
and they
twins.
beautiful.
And
Yeah.
they're beautiful boys, and those should be relationship goals, okay? I mean, Precious done got married, child, and she done had twins,
And
proving
here's
that
the
there's
thing.
somebody out there for everybody.
Let
You
me
know?
ask you this. Let me ask you
Mhm,
this. Because my point was, could you imagine how far Ness would be if Ness
mhm,
took that same mindset? And I don't know if she did or not. I'm just going by
mhm,
what people say because I don't go to Ness's no more. They said
mhm.
Ness lost her job because of YouTube.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, and that was my point. I'm
And I
like,
think I heard that she even said that, right? Doing
really?
a, she said
Okay.
something that doing a favor. She was trying to do a favor for somebody on YouTube, and that's how she lost her job.
Shut
Either she
up.
said that or somebody else said it, right?
Mm,
And so, when it comes to Ness, I'm glad you brought her up too. I think that Ness is a very talented person, right? But
very.
I really feel
Hmm.
like because of her life choices, um, she has. Have you ever heard the term wasted talent?
Yeah. Yep.
I think that she suffers from wasted talent, in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
And I
I
think
agree.
because she's put herself through so much in her life that I think she wants to be stable now. I think that she would do good with going to therapy and getting on some medication. Number one, and I'm just saying that I'm not being funny. Like I really mean
I
that,
know you're
right?
not. Yeah.
Because she clearly got some issues, right?
Hmm.
And sometimes people will, and I'm not saying she's doing this, but
Right.
sometimes people will cover up their mental health issues with alcohol and or drug abuse. Okay, that
Right.
because you're trying to cover up or for whatever's going on inside your head, right? And that alcohol and or that drug that of choice that you're choosing makes you kind of feel like you're leveled out. Now, if now clearly she had been to rehab before. Now we know, she showed us um uh that she's clearly had a drug problem in the past. I don't know if she does now. Uh, but you can't come off of doing a hard drug and start doing alcohol and just smoking weed. Okay?
Hmm.
That doesn't work. If you're going to be clean and you
You
went
gotta
to
be clean all
rehab,
the
you know
way.
this. You got to be clean,
Yeah.
right? That
Hmm.
alcohol, honey, and that weed, you know, it's just as bad. You're still addicted. You're always going to be an addict, but you're trying to temper your want for whatever hardcore drug of choice that you chose, that you got chose to stop doing, hopefully, or whatever, but you done substituted it for weed and alcohol. That's the same thing, about the same thing as you doing what you was doing before. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And
I
and
heard
that's
you.
and then you can tell that she wants to, kind of get the years back she wasted, right? That's
Yeah.
why, in my opinion, she goes around saying I'm 28, and I clearly she ain't in her 20s no more, right? But I
I don't
think
think so either. I think she's about 32, 33.
yeah, she not in her 20s no more, clearly, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think that part of the reason why she does that is because she wanna, redo her 20s, maybe. You know what I mean? She wanna
Mm-hmm.
undo some of the stuff that some of the things that some of the life choices that she has made. And you can't undo it. You just need to grow from it and learn from it and do better. Do you see? But you can't get it back, right?
Right.
And I
Right.
also think that when she is saying, I lost my train of thought. I think that she might be suffering from a little bit of arrested development. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
because she wants to get them years back, but you can't get them back. Ain't no rolling back the hands of time. It's just not going to happen. And when I say wasted talent, I mean that she if she had made different life choices, um, because she seemed like she real smart. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And she just could have been in a career right now, or at least some type of job that would have accentuated
Yeah.
how smart she is, how funny she is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I just hate that for her. Just like I hate it for Brianna. When you are people can be addicted to food too, but
Yeah.
that's not Brianna's all her. I think she got some of that weight is genetic. Do you see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's just like I always been a full figure girl, but I had to take my life in my own hands. And what woke me up, honestly, was me finally getting my husband to the doctor, and they telling him that he got high blood pressure, right?
Okay.
And so I said, well, we're gonna start making changes in this house, right?
Right.
Now I better not find. I can tell if you sneaking and eating that dang on pork at work, but we ain't gonna eat it around here no more. Number one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because men die. They will die
Yeah.
quicker,
Quicker.
silently. Black men in particular, from high blood pressure and all those complications, right?
Yeah.
And also for black women too, right? And so I decided we was gonna make some changes around here, right? So some of that, now I heard Brianna mention before that she does do therapy. That's a good thing,
Yeah,
right?
because let me tell you, when you go from okay, let me just say all this, not trying to make it about me, but I'm making an example, okay? So just
Yeah,
bear with me
yeah,
real quick.
yeah,
Okay, so I had to heal the little girl in me. Okay, so
yes.
I still go to counseling to this day. I love my counselor, honey. We get,
Mm-hmm,
and I am a counselor. Check it out.
mm-hmm. Okay,
Okay,
we need counseling too.
okay. So,
Mhm.
uh, when I was younger, I was molested for years, incest, raped for years by many family
So
members.
sorry.
Okay. So
So
I became
sorry.
a fighter. I fought physically all the time. You couldn't say two words to me and I wasn't swinging. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah. All
my
that
thing
anger.
is, then I got, when they first brought out that birth control shot, I was one of the first ones to take it here in my
Mm-hmm,
state. Well, I didn't
mm-hmm,
know I was allergic to it. So I took the first one, and then,
mm-hmm.
you go back 3 months later for another dose. Well, the
Uh-huh.
second dose, I had already put on 60 pounds. And my doctor was
Yeah.
like, "Why are you gaining weight so much?" Well, we never thought it was the birth control
It's
shot.
the birth that shot. Yes, it ain't for
Right,
black women. I'm glad you
right.
said that.
So I end up getting another dose. So now we in a year, right? And I done got 3 doses. Now I'm
Mm-hmm.
over 120 pounds.
Yeah,
Okay. So
yeah.
I done got real big and they don't know why. So they stopped the shot.
Mm-hmm.
However, I was so comfortable, because in your mind, you like, if I'm big, won't no man try to take nothing from me. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
true too. Yes,
So I had
absolutely.
gotten to a certain point. At my highest, I was 309. Well, the
Mm.
last year of my husband's life, which was
Mm.
2021, I
Mm.
said, I'm tired of this current around this extra person. I'm ready
Mm-hmm.
to let this person go. Even though you couldn't
Yeah.
tell I was 309 because the way I was proportioned, but I
Yeah.
was. Okay. And
Yeah.
so I said, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do it naturally. I even got videos of me walking
Yeah.
every day, every day.
Yes.
I end
Yes.
up, like I said, he passed away. So, depression hit, girl. So I
Mm.
did within a year end up dropping from 309 to 192.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah. And then I was trying to get to 150, and my doctors was like, "Now, kid, we're gonna give you this medicine because you need to gain a little bit of that weight back." So now
Mm. Are
I
you
went
really
to,
tall?
huh?
Are you really tall?
No, I'm 5'2".
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I did gain weight back. I went to 242 and I'm like, I don't like this. I want to go back down. So when I
Mhm.
weighed yesterday at my appointment, I was 236. So I'm on
Mhm.
my I at least want to go back down to 220. I'll stay at
Mhm.
220 since they don't want me to get below 200. I
Mhm.
stay at 220. But what I'm
Mhm.
saying is it's a mental thing. And even with
Mhm.
that came up in
Mhm.
counseling about the weight
Mhm.
loss and how I'm
Mhm.
dealing with it, because
Mhm.
sometimes when you've been big for so long, when you look in the mirror, you still see that big girl, even if you're not that big girl.
Just a little bit of body dysmorphia, a little
There
bit.
you go.
Mhm.
Yes.
And you
Yes.
comfortable with that girl. That girl is protect. You feel like that girl is protecting you, and you
Right.
got to get used to the new you because you don't need her no more.
There you
So
go.
that's what
See?
they mean by mental. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Well, of course, you
absolutely.
know
So
this.
I
You
applaud
know.
her for going to counseling. I really do. Yeah.
Yeah. I still go once a month,
Do
you
you?
know.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do twice.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I was literally trying to destroy my marriage. And
Mm.
because I was this early on, because I lost, I said it the other day, I lost all of the elders in my family, my mama, my daddy, my grandmama, my granddaddy, within a 4 year span. And in between that 4 year span, I was losing babies as well.
Oh
I
wow.
was just losing
Okay.
too much. Did you see what I'm
Okay.
saying? It
Yeah.
really took me on a whirlwind. I was depressed. I
Yeah.
didn't realize I was depressed because it was coming out in agitation, as far as agitation and anger. And I
Yeah.
didn't even realize that I was pushing my family away because I was so angry. But I was really dealing with, there are stages when you're dealing with death, and
Mm-hmm.
I was really stalled on the anger part. I couldn't get past the
Yeah.
anger part. I couldn't get past the resolve.
Yeah.
Just I couldn't let it go. Just like my brain could not let it go. And I was still working at that time. And I was just really, when it comes to social work, I cannot just, like, you have to go out and make visits. I'm taking a child that has been battered out of the home, right? You
Okay.
can visibly see bruises, right? You can visibly
Mm-hmm.
see malnutrition. It was hard for me to, at 5 o'clock or when I got off, to just lay that down and go home and live my normal life and not worry about them babies. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? Or them teenagers. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because I've seen a whole bunch of horrible stuff, and that was not conducive to my mental health.
I
Okay,
know that's right.
it
Yeah.
was not, and I'm going through all of this and all of that, and my husband's like, look, you know what? Oh, and I had foster kids too, a little bit after that, and so, but that helped heal me, in a way when I was going through therapy. So anyway, I say all that to say I understand where you're coming from because counselors need counseling too. I
Yeah.
still go once a month, because sometimes, um, because I'm literally the oldest person in the family on my mama's side, and I'm
Okay.
still in my 50s. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that is very hard. Uh,
Yeah.
Trying to keep my family together, and but I realized, why my grandmama was so hard on me, and I realized why the values were instilled in me that are in me. My sense of morality, my sense of family. Family is first above all else.
Come on
You see
now.
what I'm saying? And it's a reason for it now, But even so, still to this day, I miss them. I miss
I
them.
know that's right.
But I done made
It-
peace with it finally through counseling, And so, and
yeah.
then my counselor, the reason why I still go to this one counselor in particular, we started out marriage counseling with this counselor, right?
Right.
And this counselor told me a lot of hard truths, right? I respect strength, right?
Come on.
And if you are not strong enough to tell me the truth, I am going to roll my eyes at you and move it right along because I
Thank
am
you.
going to tell you the truth, right? Even online, I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to tell you the truth. And a lot of people are uncomfortable with the truth. I need the truth. I see it as a sign of disrespect if you blowing smoke up my
Come on.
behind
Yeah,
Are you
because you
trying to
think I'm not
placate
mentally
me?
capable.
Yeah, are you trying to
Yeah.
placate me in any way? I don't like that. Honey, I got a strong, I got thick skin around here. Okay, you
Okay.
know. And so anyway, my counselor told me some hard truths, and then to this day, my counselor be telling me the hard truth.
I know
Okay,
that's right. Yeah.
and so that just kind of knocked me, forced me to not stall any longer. Stop, like how your car be stalling sometimes you
Yeah.
can't get it into gear. That hard truth, got me to shifting gears, you
I know
know.
that's right.
And so, like I said, once a month, honey, I still go to counseling. And when
Yes,
Brianna said she
sir.
was going to counseling, I was like, that's a good thing because it is not all about food. And I absolutely agree with you. But to come online and live in a fantasy world, that's not conducive to your mental health either.
Right.
And not just for
Right.
her, for anybody.
Yeah. Cause you let me tell you
Anybody.
something. When I was
Mhm.
in my 20s and 30s, girl, the internet was the least of my thing. I was
Yes,
out living my life. I was enjoying parties and bike
yes,
things and
getting outside.
yeah,
Don't you know I
going
have to force
bowling and
my nephew? I got a nephew that's 11, and well he's playing soccer now. But we had to get him into something other than the video games and off the internet
right.
because he didn't want to play soccer. Now my nephew that's going to be a senior this year, he been playing sports since he was 4 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
But my nephew, his brother, um, he didn't want to do nothing but play them dang on video games and stuff. So we made him start playing, soccer or whatever, because
Okay.
his daddy was born in Ghana.
Okay.
And his daddy really wanted him to play soccer. So at first he would just teach him, he would go out there and kick the ball around with him, all this and all that. Then they got him on the little team. And now he like it. You know what I mean? But it
Yeah.
seems like these kids are spending too much time in the house or either on the phone. Even when you see them outside, they just on the phone. They're
Yeah.
not interacting. They're not enjoying the sunshine. When even when we was kids, sure, our parents had to tell us, come home when the street light come on. Because
Yeah.
we
That's
wanted to
that was
play
my
outside all
mom.
day. We
That
dirt,
was my
dog
mama.
dirty when we come in the house. You know what I mean?
That was
And
my
even as a
mama.
teenager, these teenagers today, I mean, they still do what they do, but for the most part, child, they on the phone or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And child, when I was a teenager, I was doing everything. And in my 20s, baby, mm,
And look, I'm in my Lady Nika voice though. I have to say this: I'm 2 quarters and 3 pennies, and I promise you, I ain't trying to stay on no computer all day. I got life to live.
I
You
got my
know,
life
now
be
that I
life, and
know,
even though I got this channel, honey, life be life, and I
come
got a
on,
whole husband, I got a whole family.
come on,
I do other things. Now that my
and at
husband
night, honey,
retired,
I got to rest
I
on.
volunteer. I got to deal with these kids. Got to be a lot going on.
And plus, like right now, what my goal is, since my heart is good enough to skate now,
Mm.
and everything, I'm going back. I used to be a really, really good skater. And my
Did
daddy
you?
skated, yeah, my daddy skated till he was 67 years old. Like
Oh
for real. He was
wow.
yeah, he was a guard. So what I'm trying to do is get my knees together now, honey. They strengthening back up. Cause I'm ready to start skating again. Cause they have adults skating in a city next to me, and
Mhm.
baby, I love to do that. So they can have all this. I might be on here 1 or 2 times a week. After that, honey, I'm being somebody skating and all that. I ain't got time for
No,
this.
that's fine.
Just to be
Linda
here.
B, you right about that. Linda B says yes, and Olivia speaks. It's resulted in a generation of socially awkward individuals. You're absolutely right. Who
Right. I
act
agree
out
with
in
that.
negative way. You know what, Linda B? When it comes to SA, in this society now, the reason why you have so many young people committing those types of crimes in particular is because they don't know how to express themselves when it
Yep.
comes to interpersonal relationships. Do
Right.
you see what I'm saying? They really do not know how to, they don't even have love songs anymore. You know what I mean? Back in the
Yeah.
day, we used to have love songs, men professing their love for women, you
Yeah.
know, and just about love in general. You don't even hear that anymore. They're talking about going to the strip club and twerking and money and cars and diamonds and everything but love,
There
everything but
you go.
interpersonal relationships. You
There you
know,
go.
and
That's
uh
true.
and, that, and it's just unfortunate, how don't know how to express themselves, and they are socially awkward. Even in school,
Mm-hmm.
even if you're going to school, they are still socially awkward because I don't understand how people can have a whole relationship via text message as opposed to talking on the phone.
That's true.
The reason why I don't drop down in a lot of chats is because I don't like to type what I'm saying. I just want to say it.
I know that's right.
And so yeah, but we just came up in the age where it wasn't all this separation. But I think that all of this separation via this internet thing, I think it's all by design. Like I really do. And it's
Okay.
unfortunate. And then the stuff that they teach the kids in school these days, it's like they want to be mini computers, right? Especially
Mm-hmm.
that core math thing. They changed the math and they call it core math.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, that is like teaching your brain to, decipher, problems, in a way that a computer does. And I think that is for a purpose, in my opinion,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's how I feel about it. Yeah.
Look in the back chat, Miss Olivia.
Okay. Isn't something she has? No.
Yes, I don't know what it is, but she was on fire. And I mean,
Now
she
I know
still, they
last
talking about
night
it
she was
now.
on. I know last night they was on lemons, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the argument was about.
Yeah, me either. Because, like I said,
But
when I saw you was coming on, I just came over here. But yeah, she's still, talking about it or whatever. So you might want to check it out whenever you
who
get
is
out
she?
here.
She who?
Yeah,
The the victim.
right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to go check it out together. It says, "Oh my goodness, I just discovered a lovely brand called One More, the son of boys to men." Oh, and they sounded really.
Yeah,
One
what's his name? Wayman, the
More.
one that leads the songs in Boys to Men mostly is his four sons. They can sing.
Oh,
Yeah,
for real?
yeah, they can sing. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look them up. Girl, I don't be paying no attention to this new day music.
Me either. I'm old school to my
Because
core.
I'm old school to my core, girl. Old school to my core. I wish it was
Yeah,
something to listen to these days, but that's also by design, you know.
come
And
on.
I think it's
It's
so
a
bad that
setup.
you see these beautiful women, you
Mm-hmm.
know, disrespecting themselves because that is what the industry, said Mary J is managing them, what because that is what's the industry, the image that they want to portray.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And
Yep.
especially when it comes to black women, because we are sexualized anyway. It's
Yep.
making it seem like we are hypersexualized. We don't mind if somebody gonna touch us inappropriately, or it's pronounced wanye. Oh, okay, thank you.
Hey,
Thank
Miss
you,
Olivia.
unapologetic. Mm.
Before I drop down, I want to say this to you because I would
Mm.
love for you to come on and we talk about it. About the orange man that wants to be the chief again, and how
Yes.
his whole agenda is
Yeah, he
against
want to be a dictator, not the not
that.
not the president. Yeah.
Yeah, he wants, but his whole agenda is against blacks and
Absolutely.
LGBTIA.
Yes. And against women too. See, that
Yeah,
they don't realize that whole. I was looking at the news this morning, listening about Clarence Thomas. Right, he looks so dead in the eyes. He is a justice, sitting on the Supreme Court of the United States of America, and it's not just him, but they have bought him. They
yeah,
have bought and
yep,
paid for him. Right,
yep,
and the Orange Man clearly stacked
yep,
SCOTUS. You know what I mean? I mean, not SCOTUS. He attacked. I mean, he stacked the deck when it comes to the Supreme Court justices, right?
right,
And so I think that people don't realize that we are in a fight for democracy right now. Because if
absolutely.
Trump is elected, he's going to cut out a whole lot of social programs. Like he wants to, like, pretty much set us back decades.
Yep.
I mean,
These black
decades.
people, they just won't. I don't get it. I
I don't
support
get it
Trump.
either.
Why?
Mm-mm. I don't know.
And here's my thing. I heard somebody say, well, cause at least I know he hates me. I said, so get used to this.
What?
I said, if that's how you look, I said, if that's what you're going for, then when you call a business and they say, well, hello, Igor, don't get
Okay.
mad
And
because
did you
at
hear?
least,
And I'm gonna let you go because I'm gonna go too. But
yeah,
did you hear that Duke University is no
yes,
longer taking applications for Black people?
they stop black scholarships too.
Yes, yes,
Yep,
they did.
yep,
Ain't that something? I'm like,
girl.
wow. But
After black people put them on the
people don't
map, they'll
realize
be
this
gonna
how it
stop.
was before affirmative action. I'm sorry,
Right.
go ahead.
Now I said
Yep.
after black people put them on the map for different programs that
Hmm.
they got,
Hmm.
all of a sudden now you go. So yeah, I wouldn't go. I would keep going to HBCUs, and even though none of them got picked to go to the
Yeah.
NFL, so what?
Yeah.
You getting something that can't nobody
Yeah.
else give you.
Well, my nephew is going through that hard choice right now. Because he didn't learn what it means to be black in America from school. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He learns what it means to be black in America from us. I learned what it learned how it was to be black in America from my parents.
yeah,
And I still talk to all of these babies in the family when it comes to the realities and the hardships that we have to face in this country. No matter your socioeconomic status, you are always going to have to fight harder. You are
that's
always going
right.
to have to be the best, not
That's
better,
right.
but the best. Do you see what
Right.
I'm saying? And especially for black men and black women too, in their own way. A lot of black men have anger towards black women because they really feel like black women have it easier. We do not.
We
I
do
don't know
not,
where that came from, but we absolutely do not.
but
You
we more
know.
powerful together. I wish they realize that.
Yes, yes, me too. Let me read this for you. Go says, Miss O, did you hear that the Uber Eats and DoorDash delivery man, white, who delivered the groceries and said before you left, here you go, enter, and he was caught on the ring camera. He said that before he delivered to somebody.
Oh
Oh
wow.
wow. I don't have to worry about the Uber and DoorDash people anyway, child. But my goodness.
Mm.
Oh my
Well, thank
goodness.
you for having me up, Miss O.
Okay, well, thank you. I'm gonna go, see what's going on with that too. But anyway, y'all, he was beautiful. LOL, he was beautiful. I can't lie. Who was beautiful, Zara? Oh, we always had ratchet music, but now it's the mainstream. I agree, though. Black women have always been fetishized, sexualized. Yes, yes, yes. After he set the groceries on the porch, he said that, then walked off. Wow. Did he get fired after he was caught on ring camera? Mm-mm. Said, wow, that's crazy. Mm-mm. So the person wasn't at the door when he said it. I'm not sure yet if he was fired. Wow. Now, see, I have always been skeptical of those kind of services. Because number one, I don't trust nobody else with my food. I go pick up my food my own self. I don't even trust them with my groceries. People can do strange things. They can take a little prick of a needle and inject some kind of poisonous something substance in your groceries. Whatever they're dropping out, and they can absolutely put some kind of poison or spit on your food or whatever, whatever. I don't trust people to do something like that for me. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with people that do, but me personally, I guess I'm old school. I don't trust stuff like that. I don't trust it. And that's a perfect example of why I don't trust it. There was a man in Florida poisoning his. I believe it. I believe it. Absolutely. Mm, mm, I believe it. It don't make no sense. You got to be careful. But I'm gonna get off here, y'all. And head over to Miss T Velocity because it's supposed to be some drama going on between her and Baby Shark. And that's just it's a Saturday and it's just getting started. So I want to come on early and say what I had to say. But y'all, please hit the like button on your way out the door. And thanks for joining me this morning because you didn't have to. And I have enjoyed you, and I hope you enjoyed me. I love you in the way that Christ loves you. Y'all be careful out there, okay? Be safe. And I'm going to talk to y'all later. Enjoy your weekend. Bye bye. Peace.